All right, that was my 1.5 pounds of beef strips in my crock pot. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. Now I'm bringing in my onion strips and we're gonna put that right in there. This is about 1 onion sliced. I have 2 green bell peppers that I cut into slivers right in there with our onions and our beef. And then 2 red bell peppers that I slivered, all in our crock pot. All right, and I'm gonna move this slightly to the side and bring in my large measuring cup and my whisk. And we're gonna start off with some beef broth right in there. We are going to add 3 cups of beef broth right into our measuring cup. We're gonna make a quick sauce to go with those peppers and those onions and that steak. This is gonna be such an easy and delicious kind of classic steak dish. That looks good enough. The next thing we're gonna add to our broth is some soy sauce. I am using the less sodium, and we want about 1/4 cup in there. So let's just pour until we get that up to that 1/4. And I know that might seem like a lot, but that's why we did the less sodium, so that it's not too salty. And we also did the lesser sodium broth, so this is gonna be really, really tasty. I have here some light brown sugar that we're gonna add into this, and we're just gonna make sure to not splash that around, but we are gonna add a decent amount of light brown sugar into there to add some sweetness to combat that saltiness. Beautiful. Next thing I'm gonna add is my minced ginger, and we are going to just eyeball this as well. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of ginger in there. And then I'm gonna add some black pepper. And I like to do this all in a measuring cup and mix it together before we drizzle it on our crock pot, just so that everything can get evenly distributed. And we're doing some garlic powder in there. You guys know I cannot do a dinner without some garlic powder. And it may seem like a lot, but that is a big crock pot filled with all those goodness. So we have to make sure to get a lot of flavor. Last thing we're gonna add to this is a little bit of cornstarch, which will help thicken everything up. And I'm just gonna add like a spoonful, it's about a tablespoon right in there. And it is time to whisk this together. So we have our soy sauce, our broth, our brown sugar, our ginger, our seasonings. Oh my goodness, this is starting to smell so delicious. It came together so quickly, and I really think that you guys are going to love these flavors once they all get melded together and start cooking up in the crock pot. But I think that that is mixed pretty well. So let's go ahead and bring back our crock pot over, and let's drizzle this entire mixture right on top. Oh, look at all that ginger. Oh, perfect. Well, and last thing we're gonna add is some sesame seeds. I just feel like it complements all those flavors that we have in there. So I'm gonna do a nice little sprinkle, and then we're gonna give this a toss to make sure that everything is kind of in their places in the crock pot. All right, I'm just gonna grab my tongs, and we're just gonna toss everything, get some of that steak on the top, get some of those peppers on the bottom. Oh my goodness, this is gonna cook up so beautifully, and it's gonna taste amazing. I can already smell all those yummy flavors melding together. Yes, you can smell things without it starting to cook. That is a thing. When you open up your soy sauce bottle, you can smell the soy sauce. So that's what I'm talking about when I say it smells so good. So let's just keep getting this a mix until we feel like we're happy with the distribution. All right, and that is ready. And we are gonna pop this one on low so that it can be ready for dinner time. All right, it's been 6 hours on low. Let's turn this off and check it out. Oh my goodness, our pepper steak in the crock pot is perfectly done. Those onions are perfectly done, the bell peppers, and it smells incredible. My whole house smells so good. All right, it is time to serve this up. Oh, you could serve this over some rice or noodles, over some mashed potatoes. That looks incredible. Oh my goodness.
Smells delicious.
Oh yeah, and look, it's like just falling apart too because it's so tender. All right. Wow. Wow. That is so good. It's seasoned perfectly. It's tender. Those bell peppers are sweet. You guys are really gonna like this.